Like, if we're being real, the fact that this is the showpiece of your trailer is utterly embarrassing. That it's an old map, Operation 6 trailer. There is an Operation 6 patch notes that may get you back into the game, it may not, and I wanted to check them out and let you know what I think of them. Say big thank you to everyone that thumbs up the past couple of videos. I asked for 100 likes on the past 3 videos, and we actually got like 300, which is just ridiculous, because that puts me in a position where I can sit down and be like, holy shit, like, people actually want to watch this, people are enjoying this, and it just drives me to make more content. Obviously you have the subscribes, the likes, the comments, you can follow me, share my stuff, that's fantastic, and it really does help grow the channel. If you want to go that step further and you really enjoy the content I've been putting out over the past year, if you want to hit that join button, we're trying to get to 20 YouTube members by the end of the month. We're at 10, it's $1.99, it's less than a cup of coffee to support, so if you want to do that and you're able to, huge appreciation. I always find it amusing that they put blood, gore, and intense violence. Not anymore.
Honor the heroes of Gears.
So we got Operation 6.
Colonel Victor Hoffman, a soldier to the core.
Okay, we got Hoffman coming back, killing.
A former outsider who unleashed the
We've got Queen Raina.
army against the cog. Locust Zealot.
Got a leg. Gears Tactics Zealot. An old map. Some executions we've seen before. A weird neck crack. That animation looks terrible. There's High Buster Faz there. Jesus, that's bad. It's a minute long, there's no content in there, literally no marketing. Like, the only people that are ever going to see this video are Gears 5 players. Like, this has not got any global reach. This is never ever bringing anybody new into the game. Alright, let's just go through it one by one, shall we? Blood, gore, intense violence, and strong language. Not true. It's got none of that. Operation 6 probably should be renamed to Disappointment or Desperation 6. The first thing they're trying to get players back into the game with. Alright, how can we get our player base back? It's a old Gears 1 character that we've all seen there, been there, and it's taken years to put back in the game. He's wearing the same generic ass armor as pretty much every other COG soldier. When I think of Hoffman, I think of a jet black armor and a real dark hat. So this is the thing they're selling their game with. When I looked back, it just looked odd. You've got Hoffman, who looks kind of weird. It's on a reused Gears of War 4 map, and what you can see here is there is actually a Locust head, and then there is a Locust head here. So there are 2 Locust heads right now, even though there's only 1 character. And then the head sort of morphs back onto the guy and then explodes. And it just, somewhat just didn't look right to me. Next, we've got Queen Raina with these bloody crystals, these like emulsion crystals on her head. Like, it's okay. Think of a Gears bad character that they're like sort of dripping like in blood, sweat. They're looking a bit more menacing. That all the characters in Gears 5 are too clean. They're just too, they look like models, like they just look like things that have been formed and then painted. So a couple things here. There's a swarm sniper with a blue light on his gun, so this is like a COG gun. They could have just done this and had a red light. They could have also swapped the swarm sniper, because we've all seen this, for the Locust sniper, because for those that aren't in the Gears scene might see that old Locust sniper that came back recently and be like, oh, that's pretty cool, they've got that in the game now. These Hammerburst skins just look absolutely just straight up generic. I mean, are these the Locust rune weapon set? They could have given them those for a bit of a throwback. They could have given them something. They're all just in, it's just a very bland brown color. Even herself looks almost brown and bland. It's just not a very impactful scene. So then they obviously go for the impact of like, ooh, leg on a car. What they could have done here is the scene could have gone quiet. the leg could have dropped from above, you could have heard the leg land on the metal with a sound effect, then it could have cut and he could have been there. Instead the scene just came across as this, which I just thought was very bland.
The result of Ukon's psychotic and
The guy commentating just has this tone of voice that just doesn't get me excited. It's not dark, it's not gritty, it just doesn't even, it doesn't even get me hyped up. It's just a very weird, bland, Americanized voice, just like, and now we've got Ukon. He's got a soldier with a leg. And I'm like, I ain't feeling this. So, I mean, the skin itself ain't too bad. Like, if we're being real, the fact that this is the showpiece of your trailer is utterly embarrassing. That it's an old map. Gears has become this game where, like, they keep showcasing these executions that nobody ever does. Like, I know there are like a small group of people that love the executions, but they're just awful. The level of gore, it's not like Doom at all. The gore has dropped completely. Now we see the skin in all of its glory, and if we're being honest, at first you think, hey, it's pretty cool, but it's almost got the exact same texture as the Locust Blood Speaker. So then you've got this neck snap, which is on Kate. Now, I know the campaign was dogshit and unmemorable, but I'm pretty sure Kate is still alive in the campaign. So the fact she's executing Kate with her hand is just weird. They could have just taken a generic Carmine-looking soldier, ripped his helmet off and snapped his neck, and blood could have spewed everywhere. Instead, they choose Kate for no other reason other than, hey, she's the face of the game, and let's do this really, really weird neck snap. You've got, I believe this is young Hoffman, and he's on this machine gun, and there's no reverberation coming from the animation. It's just, he's just stood perfectly still on a mulcher, but it just looks very stiff, very rigid. Firing that mulcher doesn't get me excited either. It's a very, like, it's just bland. The whole trailer is bland. There's a few kicks. It's so, when I look at these pieces, it's so odd, because he's obviously on the floor being executed. There's barely any blood. There's like a tiny splatter of blood, and these are meant to be like the show pieces of like, come and play our game, this is what you're missing out on. Next you've got a horde clip with, you know, 2 leeches here, 2 leeches here. You've got like 4, there's 1 down here, 5 leeches. Like, let's say you're not a Gears player. I look at this and I go, well, what the hell is this? What they should have had is they should have had electric fences across here. They should have had a couple sentries, and they should have put like 30 leeches jumping at you. But obviously they didn't. They just made this bland looking scene. Then there's a kick. Then they show this, which is meant to be like, oh, holy shit, this is in Horde. But we've already seen this. This has been in the game as an event. So this is showcasing Operation 6. And one of the main features of the game is a boss we've already seen in 4, and it's been in a Horde event, all on an old map. And then the trailer ends. You actually look at the length of the trailer. The trailer ends at the 53-second mark, and it begins at the 11-second mark. So there is roughly about 42 seconds of actual footage, half of which is taken up with slow motion walking. I don't know, I just don't see how that would get anybody excited. We have versus control. So if you didn't know, this is a new game mode, and it's basically, so you know, we've played the game mode King of the Hill for the longest time, and sort of like Annex, you had to stand in the hill. And I guess a bit like Blitz King of the Hill, you had to stand in the hill. Well, now you've got to stand in the hill again, except the ring is bigger. So basically the game mode is the ring's bigger. Then you have a Horde escape from Kadar, which, reading the full details of it, sounds just like it has basically no realistically new enemies in it. It's just a different variety in a different order, and it's 10 waves. Sounds like you might play it once and enjoy it, but after that it's going to be boring. It's not like a zombies type of deal. Then you've got an Operation Bundle for sale. Do not buy these, because what ends up happening is the bundles go on sale into the store anyway for coins. So if you're just after the skins, just wait, they'll end up in the store anyway. The only thing you're going to be getting it for is boost. And honestly, if you really want to do the Tour of Duty, you can get through the Tour of Duty without boost. And that's it really. That is everything that's in the game. As we look through the patch notes, there are a few medals for killing some certain stuff. There is a weekly hive called Venom Run. Venom Run is a very, very old one because they've done with escape mode. They've stopped making tiles to focus on maps. That's right, they stopped making tiles to focus on maps, and the map we got was a Gears of War 4 remake map. So people that enjoyed Escape, that's finished. Escape's basically done. The weekly store, these are available for iron. However, in the following week, they will be available for coins. They do not say this, but they will be available for coins, just like these ones are now available for coins. So don't waste your money on this. Just wait a week. The patch notes I've skipped through. There's nothing in here. There is the very, very occasional bug fix. Nothing major. There's nothing. Yeah, I'm not even been like over the top. There isn't anything in there. I'm telling you, they're just tiny patch notes. The biggest change is that the shotgun is going to show tracers to show you where your bullets have gone, but that doesn't really mean much. I guess the last thing you can look at is the actual tour itself. The tour itself has an iridescent weapon set, so this is split again into 1, 2, 3. So it's split into 4 parts. There is a jigsaw set and a commendation set. So that's 3 weapon sets split up and spread out throughout the tour. You have a few skins here, such as Hivebuster Faz, UIR Elite Drone, and Captain Hoffman. Once again, all of these skins will eventually be able to be purchased with coins. So if you are not interested in grinding the Tour of Duty, the only thing you want to be looking at is the General. That is the only exclusive content for completing the Battle Pass system. So if you're not interested in this blood red Rainer skin, which can be seen here, then there's no real reason to grind the Tour at all. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 iron. 500 iron given away. That's probably enough to maybe buy some boost. I think that's some of the only things you can buy with iron now. You can't buy esports skins with it. Most of the stuff that's in the shop, as we just discussed, ends up becoming purchasable with coins anyway. So the only thing really to do with buying iron is boost, but you don't really need boost if you've done the tour and unlocked all of the iron. So that's it. That is Operation 6. 43 seconds of gameplay, 3 weapon sets split up, few skins, and obviously some coins if you want to buy some expressions. Honestly, I'm not even just bashing the game just out of bashing sake. If you were brand new to the game, it's not bad. Like, there's a few skins there for you to grind, there's a few characters for you to unlock and get going and earn some coins. But if you've played a little bit of the game and you're not feeling it, or you're a bit bored of the game, there's nothing here to bring you back. They didn't even mention in the trailer, which I thought was really poor, they didn't mention that it was a free content drop, and they didn't mention that this was just the start of the drops and there would be a mid-operation drop. So if you're brand new to the game, this doesn't even explain that it's a free content drop. It doesn't explain that there'll be some more in a few weeks. It's really, really poor. It's just a really, really poor thing, and it's exactly what I expected. The game is fully on maintenance mode. It's slowly going downhill. The TC have been put onto the Halo games, they've been put onto other projects. It's full on maintenance mode. This is Gears of basically a couple skins, split up, drip feed, and if you complain about it, if you say something, you'll end up getting banned for giving feedback. That's my review.